Welcome back to the channel. Get ready to unlock some powerful insights that will take you to the next level. Today we're diving straight into a summary of influence by Robert Cialdini, packed with all the actionable insights. This book is unanimously praised, and it's an absolute game changer when it comes to understanding how influence works in our daily lives. Whether you're in business, building relationships, or just trying to get your kids to clean up their room, this book has something for you. Now let me ask you something. Have you ever found yourself agreeing to something, even when deep down you weren't completely sure? Maybe you've ended up buying a product you didn't really need, or perhaps you said yes to a favor that later made you wonder, wait, why did I even agree to this? If you've ever been in those situations, you're not alone. The truth is, most of us make decisions based on subtle psychological triggers we aren't even aware of. The good news is that this book not only uncovers these triggers, but also teaches you how to use them ethically to your advantage. So let's break it down into 6 core principles. First, reciprocity. The book says that when someone does something for us, we feel compelled to return the favor. This is the foundation of reciprocity. The author says people hate to feel indebted, and will often go out of our way to repay even a small kindness. Imagine you go to a store, and they give you a free sample, let's say a piece of chocolate. Now even if you didn't plan on buying anything, you might feel like buying that chocolate bar just because they gave you something for free. That's reciprocity at work. Second, commitment and consistency. Cialdini explains that once we make a choice or take a stand, we feel pressure, both internally and externally, to behave consistently with that commitment. People like to appear consistent with what they have previously said or done. Say you publicly commit to running a 5K with your friends. Even if you're tempted to skip out, the fact that you've made that commitment will push you to show up and finish that race. It's your brain pushing you to be consistent with your word. Third, social proof. The author highlights that when people are uncertain, they look to others for cues on how to behave. If everyone is doing something, then it must be the right thing to do, right? This is especially powerful in unfamiliar situations. Ever notice how restaurants tend to seat people near windows first? They want passers-by to see the crowd, so they think, wow, this place must be good. You walk in simply because others are there. Classic social proof. Alright, let me be honest here, I fell victim to this myself. A few months ago, I found myself subscribing to this random subscription box because, everyone on social media was raving about it. It's so worth it, they said. Next thing you know, I'm stuck with this box of products I didn't even need. But hey, lesson learned. Don't let social proof get the best of you. Fourth, authority. The book emphasizes that people tend to obey authority figures. If someone appears to be an expert or in a position of power, we are more likely to trust their opinions and follow their recommendations. Think about how often we listen to doctors or celebrities endorsing products. Whether it's buying a specific toothpaste because your dentist recommends it or following a famous actor's advice on skincare, authority influences our decisions. I mean, think about it. Are they using it? Is that the reason for their flawless smile? Or is it the sponsorship dollar from this brand that is going to pay for their comprehensive cosmetic surgery? Fifth, liking. Cialdini points out that we are more likely to say yes to people we know and like. The more likable someone is, the more persuasive they are. Have you ever bought something from a friend who's in direct sales, even though you didn't really need the product? It's hard to say no to people we like, even when we're not 100% sold on what they're offering. Sixth, scarcity. The author explains that people are drawn to things that are scarce or in limited supply. The idea of potentially missing out makes us want those items even more. Think about Black Friday sales. The idea that the deals are only available for a limited time makes people line up at 4 a.m. to snag something they could probably live without. Scarcity drives urgency. Alright, let's do a quick recap of the 6 key principles we just covered. First, reciprocity. Give something to get something in return. Second, commitment and consistency. Once you've made a commitment, your brain will push you to stay consistent with it. Third, social proof. When in doubt, we look at what others are doing and follow the crowd. Fourth, authority. We trust experts and authority figures. Fifth, liking. We're more likely to be influenced by people we like. And sixth, scarcity. When something is scarce, we want it more. Now, the actionable insight here is to be aware of these principles in your daily life. Whether you're the one persuading or being persuaded, recognizing these triggers will help you make better decisions and become a more effective influencer. Thank you for watching all the way to this point. The key takeaway from Influence by Robert Cialdini can be summed up like this. Understanding the psychology behind persuasion can empower you to make more informed choices and become a more ethical and effective persuader. If you enjoyed this breakdown, check out our next video on the screen for some practical wisdom. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and keep leveling up your knowledge. Stay awesome, and we'll see you in the next video.